All right, Juice, we're back.
We are.
Good day. How hard is the wind blowing outside?
It's when I left the house, it wasn't that bad. It was
blowing
a breeze.
now. You can hear it
now. I can hear it.
So we had good weather this week. I did a lot of horse stuff outside, but I got up this morning. I was like, my Lord,
it's gonna be a little chilly.
It's gonna get 20 something tonight, right?
Yeah.
Leave your water dripping.
I'm not going hunting tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now.
You gonna sit in the living room? So,
yeah, me and my dog.
But we were talking a little bit about stolen valor.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
It makes me so mad.
I don't get as mad about it. I don't like it. I don't get as mad about it as you do.
Oh, I get real mad about it.
Well, the ones I think are funny are the ones that they don't do any research before they put the stuff on.
Right.
They got half an Army uniform, half a Navy uniform.
No, those are comical.
They put every ribbon on the the little chart. They put them all on there. Medal of Honor. They put everything. Down to Southwest, down to Vietnam Service Medal, whatever.
Yeah, and they're like 19.
Yeah.
But the other ones, they make me so mad.
Dudes wearing recon stuff that were in recon and all that.
Yeah, there's one guy on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and he claims to be a gunny that was a force recon gunny.
Mm-hmm.
He was a cop that beat up a African-American guy and spent 2 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And these people follow him like he's really a Marine, like he was really a gunny in the Marine Corps. He's anti-Trump.
I know. Yeah. He's got that little group.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. Any Marine has called him out and called him fake. We all know he's full of it. But I don't know. I got a buddy of mine does the same thing.
I don't care if you're anti-Trump or whatever, but that faking your service is
that makes me mad.
It's illegal, I believe, right?
Yes.
Nobody ever gets in trouble for it, but
there's been a few, but it's because they gained something monetary or something.
They cheated the VA or something like that.
But they just run out there and they, going back to Marine Corps terms, they're out there running that suck.
Mm-hmm. That soup cooler.
Yep.
But it's crazy, man. They'll get called out. They'll just take it and say, "Oh, I was in whatever unit."
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I don't care if you were a cook.
Who's shit? Don Shipley?
Yes.
He calls them all. He was a SEAL.
That guy is awesome.
He was a SEAL, but he does it for all branches too. He'll do Marines, Army.
Yeah, he doesn't
Air
care.
Force. He'll do it all.
I like him.
He sets them up. He's a good. He asks good questions.
Yeah,
and then sets them up, and they lie. And he goes,
"No, I question his hairline.
What does it look like?
He's got the prettiest hair on any guy I've ever seen,
and he's not a spring chicken.
No, he's not.
We used to say that the SEALs always had good hair and smooth legs. So we call them leg shavers.
Yeah, but Shipley's a good guy.
I watch his stuff. Yeah.
His kid was in too. His kid was a SEAL too.
I think Shipley was a Vietnam UDT guy, right? He's an old guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in then. I know he was like class 58 or something.
I don't know.
Oh no, that's Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the Body?
Yeah.
He should have stuck with being Jesse the Body.
Yeah, because he does it. Have you seen some of his stuff?
No.
Oh my God, he contradicts himself and lies so much. Mm-hmm. I used to like Jesse Ventura.
He got into politics and it ruined him. So.
Yeah, it does. Because now he talks about when he was in Vietnam and all this, and come to find out he was never in Vietnam. He was a UDT guy in the Philippines.
Right.
And he didn't see one day of action.
Right.
But did he testify? No.
Like, did he go anywhere?
No.
He didn't go to Panama and all that stuff?
No. But yet he goes and tells in front of Congress and all this. He testifies that when he was 19 and he was a SEAL and came home, he requested to go back. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one to me. Yeah, you were a SEAL, you were UDT. Be proud of that.
Right.
Whether you seen combat or you didn't, be proud of the fact you did something.
That's hard, man.
So, yeah.
I've heard a lot of SEALs say that BUDS is harder than combat.
Yeah.
So it's terrible. 6 months of just terribleness.
Is
that a word?
What it is. And it cracks me up. You see these guys all over the internet claiming all this crap. They've never done anything. And then you see guys that have actually done the deed. They walk the walk, talk the talk, and you don't even know. It's like looking at the Big Lebowski, with his, hey, there's a beverage here.
Mm-hmm. So like I was saying, the most vocal ones are the ones that are the biggest turds, or they're not even what they say they are.
Yeah, so exactly.
We got the one guy, I'm not going to say names. I don't feel like going to court today.
Right.
But he acts like he's God's gift to special operations. And he's got the worst background.
He is such a clown.
Yeah. And he's got horrible stuff like domestic violence, DUIs. Like I said, if they said, hey, go assemble a team to go carry out, I wouldn't choose him.
Oh, he'd be the last one.
He's probably a good shooter and all that, but I don't want to have to deal with his side stuff.
You can be the most squared away operator, but it's your side gigs, that kind of set the limit.
If I got to come bail you out of jail every Saturday morning because you get a DUI,
that's not happening.
You beat your wife, all that stupid stuff. I'm not dealing with it.
I think it's funny. You've known me for almost 20 years now. There's people out there, they look at me when they say, oh, if you would have been in the military, and I look at them, I go, yeah, I was in the Marine Corps and the Army. What? You were in the service? Yeah. Right. I would have never have guessed.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, well, good. Because I don't want you to know. It's none of your business.
So I knew you when you were clean shaven and svelte.
Yeah.
You're lifting weights and stuff.
Yeah, doing SWAT and policing. And
you're lifting weights. You knew me when I was more in shape too.
Yeah.
I was running a lot and all
that. We're a little older and a little more broke down right now.
Yeah. And it happens. I don't care who you are. You get old, you get over 50, and then
you have different multiple surgeries.
You have different priorities. You got to pay for children and things like that.
Yeah, things change.
You got to keep lights on and things like that. But anyway, once again,
nothing to do with what we're going to talk about.
This is a good topic, though, what we're getting into today. It's the McLendon standard in Alabama. So I got Google just acting on its own over here. Not sure why. It's that voice stuff. But anyway. Yeah. Let me get back on juice. Chrome went nuts.
Yeah, there's something going on with that. I was on the computer earlier and
was doing that?
Something was a little hokey with my Chrome.
It's not working. I have to do it on my phone.
Something's going on.
Yep. But we're going to read it off the phone.
Oh, and the local service is doing maintenance sometime. I don't know if it's going on today or not. They're doing line maintenance.
But yeah, we're talking about the McLendon standard, which is what we're dealing with. It's the test you have to pass to get a custody modification in Alabama.
Right.
Let me pull it up here. I had it pulled up on my computer, but it went nuts. And
It's technology. It's here to help you.
Right. That's correct. I'm going to read what it is. So the McLendon standard, often spelled McLendon, they just spelled it a different way, from the 1984 Alabama Supreme Court ex parte McLendon, it's an opinion, is a legal rule that Alabama for modifying an existing child custody order when one parent has primary physical custody. Here's the key elements. To succeed in a custody modification under this standard, the parent seeking the change must prove a material change in circumstances has occurred since the last custody order. The proposed change in custody would materially promote the child's welfare and best interest. The benefits of the change would more than offset the inherently disruptive effects of uprooting the child from their current stable environment. This creates a strong presumption in favor of the current custodial parent, as Alabama courts prioritize stability for the child over frequent changes. Simply showing that a different arrangement might be better or equally good is not enough. The positive impact must clearly outweigh the disruption. Okay. As of 2025, the McLendon standard remains the controlling law in Alabama. So there's also a part in there. I was just reading a summary from ChatGPT there,
right,
where if there's inherent danger to the children,
right,
or something like that, that's where we come in. All right. But yeah, it's a pretty high standard. So you got to show it normally applies when, hey, we're moving in one parent and those kind of things. They want to keep stability there. Or one parent goes to prison. We've seen those before. And they have to get a custody modification because they don't want this guy, or they get out of prison and they're a violent felon now. They got to have supervised visitation now, those kind of things.
The bottom line is it has to be better and more beneficial for the child.
Sure. And when it comes into play with us, they say, hey, I want to custody. We get a lot of people call every day and say, yeah, we're going for a custody modification. My ex-husband made me mad the other day.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
No, it's not. Now, if we can prove that your ex-husband is a drunk while he has the kids, or abandons the children, or has violent people
dealing
coming
drugs, something,
we usually have to go out and get footage of it and get evidence of it. And that's where we come into play. We go get the evidence for him.
Right.
All right. But just saying, yeah, my husband made me mad because he's a narcissist.
Yeah. You knew that before.
You're not your psychological opinion, and you're an expert and all that, but you can't just do it. We got one going on now where the lady's like, So the ex-husband moved next door, bought a house next door to her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the kids just run back and forth. All right. But they don't have a good relationship, her and her ex-husband. But she's wanting to get a custody modification because of that. I'm like, that's not going to do it.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
We got to show that he's into something.
Now, I don't know what he's thinking moving right next door to her because I don't want to live next door to mine.
And he's already remarried and stuff. How odd is that? That's weird.
That's crazy.
That's weird, man.
He's a glutton for punishment, in my opinion.
Had to have a sip of my Dr. Pepper juice.
I see that.
Look at that.
Are you going to get sponsored by them?
Yeah, look at that. Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
If I can figure out which way to turn it.
24 flavors or something
Dr.
combined?
Pepper, hit me up, baby.
Yeah.
I've had Celsius on here. They never called me. So
that's odd.
Dallas Cowboys, they never called me either. So
anyway. Roll Tide, Alabama never called.
They never called me to do a commercial for them. So
what was Ben Saban's thinking?
Oh, it's my face. They can't handle it.
Is it? Yeah, it's all that.
But
ruggedly handsome, good looks.
Anyway, that one's going on. She's not going to do it. Now we have had cases. This is some real stuff that's happened. We've shown that the other family member or ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever, boyfriend, where there's a current custody agreement in place, and we go there and show that they drink, I'm talking cases and cases of alcohol in a 7-day period.
Like 2 garbage cans, big waste management garbage cans full of empty bottles and stuff.
We get videos of them sitting out in the garage having parties while the kids are running around in the street.
Yep.
Those kind of things. We've found drug paraphernalia in the garbage cans, methamphetamine, you name it. And now those the judges pay attention to.
Absolutely.
Because you think that's a stable life for that kid while they're over there?
No. But also sometimes, I hate to say this because people think just because they call you and they hire us, they think, oh, he'll have it back overnight. It's not that easy. Sometimes we got to put a little bit of work in there to get the information.
And it's not an overnight thing. And and especially the court proceedings aren't either. It can take up to a year.
If you can show it over a period of time, repeatedly, habitually, that's what you want to have. Not just an overnight, I'm mad, and I seen beer bottles in his garbage.
Right.
That's not going to work.
Now, if it's bad enough, you might get a pending litigation, like an emergency order until the judge hears everything. But those are rare too. So,
but still, you have to have some more proof than, oh, I'm just mad.
Right. And I don't like them.
Yeah.
And
I don't like his new wife.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Usually, they can't have anybody stay overnight unless they get married to them.
Right.
And we see it where it's typically the women where they say, I don't like their wife or I'm still jealous, so I want a custody modification.
Yeah. And we've had a couple of those that, the new woman's not supposed to be around the children.
Because they got some issue in their past or whatever. But they're spending the night.
They are.
And we got them too where the ex-partner has custody of the children and they have strangers staying over at night, boyfriend, girlfriends, and it's a different one every night.
Yeah.
We show that. The judges don't like that.
No.
Just random people coming in while the kids are asleep, those kind of things. We've seen it where they get a babysitter every night and go out partying. We've got those.
Yeah.
They don't like that very much. But here's what I have seen too, where say the parent that's being bad, they get their custody rights removed. They go to rehab for a year, come back and say, I'm healed, whatever. Judges typically go back to the original custody order.
Right.
Because they want parents to be in these kids' lives.
Right.
But
and I get it. I understand it. If you're doing the wrong thing and you're not making sure your kids are in the forefront of your decisions, I get it. But when you start putting your kids first again and you're recovering and you're doing the right thing, you're 12 steps, you're hitting meetings, you're seeing your sponsors. If you're doing all the right things, you and your children especially deserve to have that relationship.
Right.
So I get that.
We had one where a woman got her rights removed because we showed that she was drinking, abandoning the children and all that stuff. And she said, hey, a year later, she's like, hey, I've been to the 12 steps and all this. And then she had a DUI the day after she got her custody back. Like, what a dummy.
She went out to celebrate.
But she had custody of the children. She had as her visitation.
Yeah.
And got a DUI while her mom was watching the kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, I don't know. A lot of people ask me about grandparents' rights.
And they have rights.
There's some rights there. And you sometimes have to sue for them because they don't like you, or whatever reason.
Right.
But there are you can get some rights there, visitation and things like that. because sometimes the grandparents, it's their child that's not acting right.
Right.
They're like, hey, I want to see these kids.
And we've had a few of those.
Mm-hmm. I want to see these kids. And they go petition and say, I'd like to have some visitation.
Right.
Now, it's not as, they don't grant it like they would a blood or adopted parent.
Right.
You got to have some good reason to show why you should be in these kids' lives. You might have raised them or helped raise them while they were babies and stuff like that. So you got to have a reason for it. You can't just say, I want it. But we help with those sometimes to show that one of the other parents are not acting right, to give them some rights. Typically, they're going for adoption there. But yeah, McLendon standard is a pretty high deal. You can't just file because, and I've seen lawyers file for custody modification just because their client was mad.
Well,
I'm like,
they're taking trying to make money.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, hey, man, let's go get some evidence.
Well, you wouldn't make a good attorney because you have a conscience.
I have a conscience, and I typically, when people are stupid, I say, hey, you're stupid.
Yep.
And it don't work for lawyers typically. Yep.
But again, even with the grandparents, this isn't something that we can prove overnight.
Right.
We gather the evidence. It's up to your attorney to prove it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of misspoke there, but we gather the evidence. Mm-hmm. It's not an overnight thing. It takes several days, months, weeks, whatever you want to do. It's a lengthy amount of time to be able to get enough evidence for your attorney to present it for your case.
Habitual behavior over time. That's what they're looking for. So
exactly.
All right. Well, that's a little bit on the McLendon standard, Juice. Anything before we get off?
No, just don't expect an overnight success.
Right. You got to work with us.
Time.
You got to work with us.
Yep. But, exactly.
All right. We're going to get off here, and we'll be back soon with some more topics. Send us your topics in the comment. What do you want to hear about?
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you soon. Say bye, Juice.
Bye, Juice.